Hello and welcome back to another round of the Premier League here in Weekend Night Racing. My name is KD1997, back in the commentary booth for you once again. After having a little bit of a break last week, we are back again. This time in China for the Chinese Grand Prix, uh, and I'll give you a quick little recap of what has been going on for a little while in terms of the standings and everything like that. For the Premier League side of things, excuse me, we have Idento currently leading the championship. Of course, he was the Premier League champion last season with 92 points and currently has a 39-point gap between him and Siege, who was my former teammate at Haas. And then in third is Lowell Sully with down by 48. Rick Dalton down by 49 in the Racing Point in fourth. And then fifth is Dan Murphy in the AlphaTauri down by 70 at the moment. And it looks like to be a cloudy Chinese qualifying session. Of course, like the championship, it also has fall qualifying as well, unlike League One, which is the one I usually commentate sometimes. Or actually, I shouldn't say sometimes. I say all the time because I am full-time for it. Anyway, Alfa Romeo currently leads the championship. They are up by 48 points over Racing Point in second for the constructors. In third is Haas, down by 64. Fourth is AlphaTauri, down by 83. And then Williams rounds up the top five, down by down by 90. So there you go. That is the order. So let me go and get the telemetry up for everyone, just so you can see. There we go. Looks like everyone's already out and about on their outlaps already, from the way it looks, and to get set for the first flying laps here in Shanghai. Now, a little bit track details of this circuit, of course, the Shanghai circuit. It's not really, well, in my opinion, it's not really the best track in terms of racing. It's okay-ish. And, oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I just noticed that. Okay, well, apparently it's starting to rain. No wonder why everyone's out and about already. Alright, so they're getting their laps out of the way already. Alright, so, Shanghai circuit, 16 turns, and about 3.3 miles long, same length as Bahrain, or 5.4 kilometers. Anyway, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of tour of the place as we ride along with the championship leader, Idento. So there you go, down the front straight. It won't be a perfect lap, of course, because it is raining, so you expect the tires to be a little bit more slippery. But up through the tight right bend, this is actually two corners, not one long corner, but there you go. Into turn 3, hard bank left turn. The exit of turn 4 there, and then get to the end of the first sector. Into turn 6. That was actually turn 5. That's, well, the one that you just passed. And then into turn 7. The sweeping left-hander. That's usually taken flat, but not on this particular occasion. Into now the right-hander of turn 8, and then to turn 9 and 10 was just a double left-hander. There you go. Usually take that a little bit more smoothly if it was not raining, of course. Into now the chicane, turns 11 and 12 into the right-hander. And I know in the game from last season it used to be more of like a bank curve. Now it's just more of a sort of flat-ish sort of curve. Into now the long back straight. This would probably be about the same length as like Bahrain's, like almost 600 meters till you get to the breakings of the hairpin. Into now the last corner, which is like a little bit of a fifth gear kink. Crossing the line in the other DRS zone, and it's a 130.7 for Idento. Meanwhile, the others, 131.6 for Dan Murphy, 131.5 for Siege, the guy that's contending for the championship. Tango, 131.4. And then Rick Dalton, 131.6. Dan Murphy, 136, 31.6. Shatner, 131.9. All the times coming on the board. Spam GP, the guy that was in the League One race, yesterday, is in ninth or eighth, I should say. Conal in ninth, and now down to 10th. Jay Bradfield in 11th, and then Sean 1993 MUFC. Guessing he's a Manchester United fan. He is in 12th at the moment. Jay Story, one of the Americans in here, is in 14th at the moment with a 137.6. And here comes Nundon across the line, 132.7. So the only one that's in the 30s is Idenzo. Out of these conditions, was a pretty impressive time. And there's Serious Mushroom, and he is getting held up by literally everyone in traffic. But his lap isn't validated, but hopefully he can get that lap out of the way very quickly. But I have no idea if it's going to be like this for the rest of the qualifying session, but pretty much what everyone's doing is this is just their one shot to qualifying, because they're not going to improve these times, I would imagine. There's literally no way. Unless they can. No, there you go. They're going to the pits, yeah. No, everyone's coming in. I would not be surprised at all. So Serious Mushroom has to get a lap down very quick. These bottom four have to. Cowie, Serious Mushroom, Crooksy, and Nalzy. Mushroom's about to do his lap now. I think everyone that's done their laps are probably going to be darting into the pits. It looks like J-Story improved his time to a 136.4, but that's still not enough to get him out of Q1 at the moment. At the very if you know, obviously the format, if you're not familiar with this, of course, the bottom five is usually goes out into Qs 1 and 2, so you just retired in the pit lane. So basically, the order from 16th to 20th gets out of Q1. Next session, it's 11th through 15th, and then it's nothing really for the third one, except it's just the top 10 fighting for pole. But anyone that's in Q2, whoever finishes in the top 10 in Q2 will start on the compounds that they set their fastest lap on. Pretty much simple as that, but yeah, you can see that Mushroom's starting to struggle there a little bit, quite a lot actually, finding any sort of traction or grip out of some of these corners. Now into the hairpin. See if we can at least improve that time. He needs to be at 136 or 135. Oh my gosh, I am reading it all off. 134.4 is what he needs to be. But he's not close. No, he's not. 136.5. Unfortunately, that's all he's going to probably be able to do. So I'm guessing we're probably going to have to see either the inters or maybe even a chance even the wets come into play. But I'm not sure what would happen in the full qualifying session when this happens, when it starts off with rain like this and then it goes into a transition. But from the way it looks, it doesn't look like it's improving. So and then Cowie, it doesn't look like he's going to set a lap at all. I'll run along with Nalzy since he's the only one out on track. Or no, actually the only one that's doing even a lap. See, Konal's out and about already, but he's long saved. Yeah, usually around here you'd be taking your lap distance around 54% of the lap. But for this particular occasion, it's probably half of this at this point, especially with these conditions. Christie's retired from the session. Yeah, I think we're going to see some drivers just retire in the pits just because they know they can't go out there and improve. We'll see if Nalzy can. He has to. Oh, that's wide. That is very wide. Don't think that's going to do any good for him. 57.8 to the middle sector. Yeah, that's not close. He's struggling quite a bit. Yeah, you could just see that he's just struggling for grip out of a lot of these corners. Kind of the same story what Mushroom was dealing with. Dalton retiring, of course. Tango also retiring. And of course, he doesn't have DRS to help him out, so he can't use it. But I like his determination. But I know he's not going to be able to improve. Tim Swift is retired. Also retired. Yeah, he's abandoned it. Yeah, if he would have come out just a little bit sooner, he probably would have had a chance to do a lap. But unfortunately, that was not the case. I'm pretty sure now we're going to be seeing everyone retiring. Yep, there you go. They're all dropping like flies. So, oh, that's a very quick qualifying session, if I do say so. Rather than being 18 minutes, it's going to be just the end of there. After 10 minutes of qualifying in Q1. Yep, but it doesn't look like it. The drivers that are not going through looks like to be Crooksy, J Story, Serious Mushroom, Cowie, and Nelsy. Okay, so I did get confirmation that it is a dry race, but it's going to be wet in Q2 and then dry in Q3. So that means we're going to see drivers at least go to the mediums probably, I would assume, in the race, since it is going to be a dry one. And now we just wait for Marski to retire the car. Hopefully he can, please. Let's see if I can follow. I'm just looking through the comments. Sully is using no assist. What was it using before? I thought most of these guys in here used like no assist. I mean, if he had other assists, then I guess good for him. Haywire says, let's go Ferrari. Ferrari are seeing a pretty good spot at the moment in 7th, 11th, going through Q1. Chef always lies. Yeah, now it's just... Not sure, I'll just have to get drunk as a Bradfield now. Well, that was a fast Q1. Not gonna lie. But there you go. Denzo in first. Well, actually, I don't need to read that part because it's just Q1. It's mainly the guys that are out that you have to focus on. Crick, CJ Story, Serious Mushroom, Cowie, and Nelsy are out of Q1. And it looks like Denzo has changed his flag as well. Yeah. Isn't he from Finland or something? Not Chile? Sully's also using no racing line. Alright, and there we go. We're on to Q2, and it is very wet indeed. So that means we're going to see now drivers go on to probably the wets or the insers. Is it going to be the insers? Yeah, it's the insers. Alright, so who's coming out first? Looks like to be an Alfa Romeo that just came out. Yep, Denzo. And again, the first one out of the pit lane as well. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what's going to be the case with the wet conditions, but yeah, right now we just got just light rain at the moment. Oh, it's how I missed you. I actually don't mind shining in the rain, though. I actually like it. It's actually the only thing I like about this track. It's very fun in the wet/intermediate conditions. I don't know why. Not a lot of people like it, but I do, actually. I could tell you the same story about Canada, since that's also one of my worst tracks as well. But like, I'm good at it when it's raining, but when it's dry, no, I suck at Canada. It's kind of the same story with China, but like my own personal experience. Mushroom, can you one stop here? Yes, you can. It is possible. I know League One, I saw quite a few drivers do soft hard, but I doubt that anyone's going to be doing that because it is a full quali. But anyway, here comes Idento. Got to get started with his lap. Very first one of the intermediate runners, and same with Konal right behind him as well. Going through the first two turns into turn 3, taking it very smoothly indeed. We'll see what the splits will be. I think if I remember for intermediate conditions, I think the best times are somewhere in the low 40s. Which I think is where you want to aim. What was Konal in the first sector? 27-1, I think. Oh, actually, Rick Dalton was purple in the first sector. I might have to keep an eye on him then. Oh! Oh! Just as I said that, he almost loses the car. Very lucky not to lose it. Denzo's split here, and the second will be a 58-0. What will be Konal's once he gets there? 58-9. So he's little off from the middle sector. 59-0 there for Rick. So he's 1 second off Denzo in the middle sector. So he probably lost some time there in the middle sector. Let's see what Denzo can do as he's coming towards the final two quarters now. Past the hairpin, now into... Now there you can see Konal in the background there. Oh, a little slide there from Denzo. Crosses the line, and he does a 142.0. What about Konal? What does he do? Does a 143.3. Siege follows up with a 143.0. Denzo is 1 second quicker so far than the rest of the field on intermediates. Rick does a 143.3. I think he could have improved that a little bit more. Sam Swift 144.0. And next across the line will be Marsky 144.8. Good lap from him, and now in the McLaren Nunda. Let's see what he can do here as he's coming towards the line now to cross 143.1. Not bad at all. Now here comes Dan Murphy in the AlphaTauri. And we've got yellow flags there from some of the cars slowing down from the cooldown. Anyways, here comes Dan Murphy across the line now. Does a 143.1. So really no one has gone under a second to Denzo's time so far. And here comes Jay Bradfield now to cross the line next in the Williams. One of the championship drivers taking over today. I think for Clarkey, if I'm not mistaken. Across the line does a 44.4. And Chazza follows it up with a 43.6. Pick up Sean to cross, 44.4. And now Sully, who Uh, is doing no assists, no racing line, so he's doing everything in plain sight with no aids to help him out. I think basically that braking zone could definitely confirm that he's using no racing line. I can't say I do sometimes use no racing line, but only in tracks I can definitely use it with. China, not so much. Brazil, I could definitely do it, no racing line. Probably Bahrain, I can definitely do no racing line. Maybe Silverstone, but not this place. But I do appreciate him trying to at least do it, put some effort into that. Let's see what he does. Crossing the line now, does a 1:44.2. That's a good time though. For anyone that's doing no racing line or no assists, that's a good effort. I would definitely give him a round of applause for that. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of last season when I said Jay Bradfield is taking over for Clarkey. He's actually taking over for F1 Clark. My bad. Anyway, though, it looks like the conditions are starting to improve. As you can see, that on the onboard shot of Tango, the rain has stopped, but it's still a little bit wet to even go to the dries. I think we should be seeing the track drying up maybe by the later part of this session, from the way it looks. Where's Curtsy Shaders? Oh, he's out of Q. He got eliminated Q1. Typical Jeff. Nanda says, Jeff says we will be seeing rain in 15 minutes when it's dried up. I'm surprised there are even some people even going out while it's drying up. I think if I were them, I'd probably just wait in the last couple of minutes and then just go out for slicks. Or unless you do that. Apparently Rick Dalton did a 42.7. I just didn't even catch it. But also Dan Murphy just did a 43.0, which is also an improvement as well. Bradfield's going into the pit lane. Obviously, it doesn't seem like he'll get another lap down on the board, but right now he is safe. The guys at risk is Sean, Marfsky, Tango, Sweet MJP, and Pot Stuff. And also, like I said from the last race I commentated, the League One race, this is also their debuts as well in the Premier League. So obviously they're getting their shots today in the Premier League, so that's definitely worth noting around as well. And yeah, you could definitely see the track has gotten a lot more drier now. So, I mean, it's still not dry enough to go into slicks, but give it like another couple of minutes knowing this game. Give it a couple more minutes and you should be able to come back out with slick tires. Let's see what Tango does here as he's about to cross the line. Does a 42.9. So only three drivers have managed to go into the top 3 in the intermediate tires. Stops now 4 seconds slower. Maybe we'll start progressing once the rain comes to a halt. Or the track is... Yeah, I can see the track is drying up. But there should be a point where DRS should be enabled. No? Pot Stuff does this time. This is WNR level lap as well. Yeah, some of them are doing their laps in the intermediates, which is very interesting. Let's see, but we got 4 minutes left. Let's see what Pot Stuff can do. Can you get into the top 10? The answer is yes, only just. By 5100ths over Bradfield, or 4100ths I should say. Goes into the top 10. Seconds now. Okay, so it's getting there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see someone take a gamble at it to challenge the intermediate conditions. Oh, sweet MJP almost went into a half spin. Yikes. And has to abort the lap and goes into the pit lane. Serious Mushroom says Pot Stuff in it. And MJP, welcome to the sweat house. Kinda is a little bit. Let's see. There you go. Now I'm seeing people starting to go more into the slick tire, or fitting onto them. Dan has done 5 laps on those same intermediates. The question is, though, are they going to have enough time? I think the answer would be yes if they come out now. They have to come out now, obviously. There we go. DRS is now enabled, so that means everyone can go out on the slicks. And there you go. That's starting to become a busy pit lane. And we have almost everyone on the mediums except for Marski, who is on the softs. Although, there is one thing I am noticing. Denzo and Rick Dalton are not even coming out. I don't think they'll even have the time. So wait, are they not going to come out? Yeah, they're not even coming out of the pit lane. If they don't come out, well, that's pretty much their qualifying over. Bradfield put on the answers again. I didn't even realize that. When it's so dry. And Dan Murphy is still on those same intermediates he's been for the last few laps. He's on the same compound, same compound. Well, here's the thing though. These top three, since these top 3 are out, not even coming out, then that means their qualifying's over, which means they're probably going to be at risk of being out. Danzo's actually retired. Interesting. Alright, so we'll see what goes on here as we get our first dry run of qualifying. I mean, I can't really count the Q1 runs because they were mostly in slightly intermediate conditions. But Tango will be the first one, then his teammate Nanda right behind him in the other McLaren will be doing their laps. Yeah, there you go. Already purple in the first sector. So now we're going to be seeing these times be a lot better than they were earlier, of course. But if anything, that top 3 is might most likely be out. Could be a miracle though if they actually do make it through into Q3. I honestly didn't get a good time of indication there of what Tango's middle sector time was. also retiring. So there you go. Top 3 that were on the intermediates are done with their qualies. And I don't think everyone made it. No, they didn't. No, not a lot of them made it, looks like. Ah, no, well, okay. So, well, Sully made it. Okay, there you go. Tango's now into pole. And Nunda's now in second. And Siege in third. Okay, so that means, yeah, Denzo, Murphy, Dan Murphy, yep, they're definitely safe, actually. I'm guessing the rest of them didn't make it. Yeah, they didn't, yeah, that's what happened. They didn't make it. My apologies, I didn't even realize that. But, yeah, I guess they didn't make it into make it there, but there you go. There is your order, and there's your guys eliminated. Zam Swift, Pot Stuff, Shaw 93, Marsky, and Sweet MJP are your guys that are out of Q2. Okay, that made a lot more sense why these guys didn't come out. And somehow Jay Frarfield actually made it through as well with all the... I'm sorry to tell you there, but I'm surprised he actually made it through despite him going back on the intermediates in the last bit of qualifying. But yeah, Dan Murphy, though, went 6 laps on that same intermediate compound that he did in Q2. That was very, very interesting to see. And there you go. Now it's dry, so that means everyone can go on their softs and go flat out as fast as they can. It is, of course, 12 minutes of qualifying, so I assume almost everyone has the same soft tires that they saved for all of the qualifying, and there goes Denzo already out and about. And again, the first one out of the pit lane, ahead of Siege and everyone else. Racing points are out, and I think the AlphaTauri of Conell's coming out, and I think Dan Murphy is the same story, already out as well. Right, so 2 McLarens, 2 AlphaTauris, 2 Racing Points, 2 Williams, a Haas, and an Alfa Romeo are the cars that are out in about. And there goes Nunda coming out of his garage. And we shall see how this goes out. I think now we should be able to see times go into the 29s, I would assume. Jake is saying Denzo and Rick are looking good for qualifying. I would agree on that. They're definitely one of the front runners, I'd say. And then you also got that guy behind him, Siege, who's also a front runner as well. Don't ever count him out as well. Anyway, here we go. We'll actually follow with Siege this time. See what he does. He's going to follow behind Denzo there. Into turn 1. Tight bend there. He just seems a little bit more closer to Denzo there than I thought he would. There you go, out of the first 3 corners already into turn 4. That's just more of a corner to kick throttle out. It's turn 5 and now it's turn 6. And he's actually purple in the first sector. So maybe this could be a challenge for Denzo. Into turns 7 and 8, and then now into the double left-handers there of 9 and 10. Very nicely done there. He actually got that pretty good as well. What is this time in the middle sector? He's not purple in the middle sector, so I'm guessing Denzo might have picked up some time there. Into now the right-hander of turn 13. Get out the 6th gear, down the back straight. DRS open, fall by going down 500 or 500 or 600 meters down this back straight. I probably say 500 meters, actually, not 600. Into, well, once the DRS detection point opens. Into now the final couple of corners. Let's see what he can do here. Denzo, 129. Wow. That is impressive. And there you go. There's the rest of the times. Rick Dalton, 29.3. Dan Murphy, 29.7. Chaz, 129.8. Holy moly, that's quick. Siege did a 130.0. I thought he would actually be close to that, to 29, I'm not going to lie. Tango followed it up with a 29.4. Dan Murphy, 29.7. Wow, that is impressive. Jay Bradfield, 130.1. Here comes Nanda to finish his lap. Actually, no, here comes Sully to finish his lap. 130.9. Now here comes Nanda to cross the line. We'll see what he can do here. And he does a 130.3. Jeez, that's nearly half a second clear that Denzo just did. Huh. That's insane. A 128.9 is an insane lap. Jeez, that's insane. And now the rain is coming down. Well, there you go. I think that might be the end of qualifying if the rain's coming down. Yeah, I actually agree with that, Young Tommy. I was saying that earlier. He's actually doing pretty good with no assists. For someone doing no assists, no race to the line, he's actually doing really good. But yeah, I think that's gonna. This most likely would be the end of qualifying because it's not gonna get any better from the way it looks. Yeah. Like I said, Mushroom, it's over, I think. Yeah, I would agree on that. Alright, well, everyone's coming to the pit lane, and everyone is going to retire. From the way it looks. Oh, that's unfortunate, but there you go. I think that's going to be the end of qualifying with Denzo once again on pole position. And Rick Dalton will follow up in second place, Tango in third, Dan Murphy in fourth, Chaz in fifth, Conal in sixth, Siege in seventh, Jay Bradfield in eighth, Nanda in ninth, and Sully in 10th. Well, that is sort of anticlimactic, I'm not going to lie. I was hoping for a little bit of a better qualifying session, not going to lie. Like, I was hoping for at least just more time to at least to see, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to get any better, so that's very unfortunate. Indeed, so, well, there you go. Yep, almost everyone's retired. Rick then Chaz haven't retired. Yep, there you go. Rick is now retired. Okay, well, that was a bit anticlimactic, but there you go. Denzo on pole by nearly half a second to Rick Dalton. Tango in third, Dan Murphy in fourth, Chaz in fifth, Conal in sixth, Siege in ninth, seventh, sorry, Jay Bradfield in eighth, Nanda in ninth, and Sully in 10th. But, okay. Oh, that was very anticlimactic, like I said. Yeah, that was a Bit unfortunate, but hey, it's whatever. On to now the race, and hopefully we get a little bit more climactic action than qualifying did. Hopefully not what I saw in League One yesterday. So, I mean, obviously I wouldn't expect it from these guys. But anyway, no offense to the League One drivers. Some of them are actually good. It's just I don't know what was going on yesterday. And yeah, it actually looks dry now too. It looks like there are no clouds about, so that is good news to see. So dry race nonetheless, and we shall get underway here at Shanghai in about a moment's time. Everyone wishing each other good luck in the chat. Good luck to the Premier League drivers as well. Hopefully everything goes out very smoothly. But anyway, here we go. And there is your pit strategy for anyone that's on the mediums. Medium to hard is the preferred strategy with a pit window. What on earth has happened there? Who was that AlphaTauri that just spun? Oh, that was Konal. How on earth did he do that? I saw that happen yesterday. In League One. I'm guessing because he wasn't used to the tires yet, but I don't know. Anyway, oh, interesting. Top two on the softs, but the rest on different strategies. So let's lead it through. Denzo in first, Rick Dalton in second, Tango in third, Dan Murphy in fourth, fifth is Chazza, sixth is Konal, seventh is Siege, Jay Breville in eighth, Nunda in ninth, Sully in 10th, Sam Swift in 11th, Potstuff in 12th, Sean in 13th, Marvski in 14th, Sweet MGP in 15th, Crooksy in 16th, Jay Story in 17th, Serious Mushroom in 18th, Cowie in 19th, and Nalzy rounds off the grid. The top two are on the softs, and then almost the rest are on the mediums of the hards. Which is very, yeah. If I have to count them off, I think that's 10 on the mediums, and then 5 of them are on the hards. So, so different strategies being played out, and then 4 drivers are on the soft tires, which even includes Jay Bradfield, who's in 8th, and then Marski, who's even outside the top 10. Very interesting to see. But anyway, here we go, getting the grid all bunched up. We're gonna get them ready to go. 28 laps around Shanghai, and we will get the guys lined up on the grid. So Denzo, who has won 4 out of the last 5 races, is starting on pole position right now. Will anyone be able to challenge him and hopefully claim that top spot? We will find out in about momentarily. To get the grid lined up now. And the other Alfa Romeo, Cowie, and Nalzy in the Red Bull lines up on the grid slots. And we will look to the 5 red lights that will take us away here in Shanghai. We'll see how it goes here. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Shanghai. And it is lights out, and away we go here in Shanghai. Denzo gets a decent start off the line. Rick Dalton also gets a good start off the line as well. Looks like everyone's getting through relatively okay. Shazza goes on the inside of Tango into turn 1 and 2. And I think he's got the move done as well into now turn 3. Looks like everyone's got through a little bit more cleanly. That's the Racing Points having a good start as well. 2 and 3 at the moment. And looks like we have a little bit of scrap in the midfield as well. Siege, at Konal, and Jay Bradfield moving up and about. And there goes Jay Bradfield down the inside into turn 6. I cannot quite get the move done just yet. But so far it looks like everyone's got through relatively okay. Jay Bradfield did make up a position there off the start. Sean moves up into 12th, up ahead of Sully, who's lost 3 positions at the start of the race. And there you go, everyone's got through cleanly so far. Looks like everyone's going through single file at the moment. No sudden moves whatsoever, and looks like the Renault Pot's still trying to go for a move on the inside. No, he does not. No, I'm sorry, that was Crooksy. I was trying to go for a move on the inside of Sully, but backs out of that. But looks like everyone going through cleanly through the second sector. Now down the back straight, Denzo has a good clearance with Rick Dolan behind him. Look at the gap already. 1.5 seconds separate between the top 2 and the rest of the field so far. And obviously with them getting on the soft tires, they got the grip, and obviously the advantage to pull away here for a little bit. Denzo leads away and has a 1 second gap already to Rick Dalton as well. And that is incorrect. The ERS is not enabled yet. It's not lap 3, it's lap 2. Of course, with Codemasters being absolute dunce about it. And thank you again for the pit strategy there, like I mentioned earlier. Medium to hard is obviously the preferred strategy, I would assume, but knowing this game, I can see otherwise. But Dan Murphy, though, he's off to a pretty decent start, though. He's on the hard tires as in 5th, so he's obviously looking for a safety car to possibly happen. It is a possibility. Is it a high possibility? No, not with China, in my opinion. But yeah, the 2 Racing Points doing fairly well at the moment, at 2 and 3. Chaza doing very well to hold off the rest of the pack, leading the leader of the medium runners at this point. But is losing time, obviously, because he doesn't have the grip like those soft tires do. But obviously those soft tire guys are going to have to go in the pits very soon, as knowing this place is known for killing your tires. So it's going to be a chance, though, with, oh, we got yellow flight. Oh, it's a Renault. That's Crooksy. Yeah, he is in the infield. Looks like he spun into the infield wall or something, and a virtual safety car has been deployed. Now, see, that probably would have been a perfect time for these 2 to go into the pits if the safety car, or virtual safety car, came out sooner. Mushroom a 5-second penalty with a severe collision with Nelson. Same story with him as well, as he goes into the pits. What on earth happened there? Oh, he's got damage. Okay, and now he's serving his 5-second penalty. First he comes into the pits. Well, that's not going to be good for them, because since they start on the hard tires, they have no more compounds of hard tires. It will depend on what their selection was. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to be one-stopping today. That's for sure. And there we go, great flag racing again. And it's Denzo in the lead by 1.1 seconds to Chaza, Tango, Dan Murphy, Konal, Siege, Jay Bradfield, Sam Swift, and Nunda. And it looks like, ooh, this is a good move there by that Mercedes-Benz. Sean gained past Potsdam into 11th place, and then Mercedes-Benz. Tango's got the RS, but not quite close enough to get to that racing point. It's just a little bit too far back at this point. And now it's a lap 4. And, oh, we got more yellows. Oh, that's a Red Bull. That's Nowzy. He had a little bit of a spin, it looks like, at the exit of turn 10. So that's very unfortunate there for the Red Bull. Nunda is going to get ahead of Sam Swift, it looks like. So the 2 guys going out of the McLaren versus Ferrari. And I think that McLaren's got the inside line well held there, and he's got the move done ahead of that Ferrari as well, up into 9th. But yeah, you can see that the gap's pulling more and more between the top 2 to the rest of the field. Now he gets a 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings. very much. Oh, there's a little bit of AlphaTauri going a little bit wide of the exit of turn 10. The car can be a little bit tricky sometimes to manage if you don't get the steering input correct there. So I think Tango should be a lot closer now. He's got DRS to help him out. Up. Oh, Chazza goes in to defend. I don't think he's got enough to defend, though. He's going to get ahead. Tango's going to get ahead of the Racing Point. Oh, slight contact there between the McLaren and Racing Point. But I think he's got the move done, but Chazza will counterattack with DRS himself. Which way is he going to go? Oh, he's going to go to the left side this time. To the left side, McLaren versus Racing Point side by side. I think he's got the move done. Does he? No, not quite. He's not clear of him. But he will have the inside line into turn 3. Slight contact. I think he's got the move done. And Crooksy yet again has another issue there. Once again to the same corner, this time he doesn't go into the infield grass. He just spins out of the exit of the right-hander. Did he suffer damage? No. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's not over yet between these two, the McLaren and the Mercedes, battling right now for 3rd place. And further back, you've got a little bit of midfield scraps between the two AlphaTauris. You've got a Haas there involved. Jay Bradfield's also involved. Nanda's trying to get involved as well. So they have a little bit of balance in the midfield, though. Very good to see, nonetheless. Let's see here what happens here. Chad's got all the DRS or ERS he wants to use at his disposal. Tango, here comes Tango. He's got DRS. Does he think about it? No, he does not. He just holds back, just for the time being. But he is now side by side with that Racing Point, but the Racing Point has a better exit there at the exit of the hairpin. DRS again this time. He's actually going to use overtake this time. Chazza goes over to defend the inside line. McLaren of Racing Point again, side by side. Almost like what it was earlier. Into the tight right-hander, and looks like, oh, slight contact. I think Chazza might close the door a little bit there. He closed the door on that McLaren there. Oh, and Tango gets ahead of the Racing Point. Good move there by Tango. Moves himself up into 3rd place because of that. So these guys are pretty much just swapping places at the moment. Anyway, we'll go up to the battle for the lead, as that's starting to close up a little bit more. It's Denzo versus Rick Dalton right now at this point. Battle for the top 2. He has all the ERS he wants at his disposal. DRS open now for the Racing Point. He's even using all of his overtake, and he has absolutely none of it. Denzo used a little bit of his overtake there on that back straight just to get away from him. No, it's not quite close enough just yet. So they probably could go on a little while with these soft tires, because since they didn't use them during Q2, obviously the wear shouldn't be too bad from the way it looks. And look at that, you got already this big midfield scrap with a long line of cars that go from Crooksy's out. He has crashed the exit of turn 10. Will that bring out a safety car? He's crashed at the exit of turn 10. Yep, there it is. Safety car is deployed. I had a feeling that was going to happen. And for anyone that was on the mediums, that might be the case of they might have got screwed a little bit. And this definitely helps out the top 2. Because now the top 2 can go in for a set of hard tires. There you go. Safety car is deployed. I couldn't see where he crashed, but I know where he crashed at. He crashed at... Nope. What? That was not the camera angle I wanted. Oh my gosh. Game, please. I'm trying to see what the corner was. I toggle my camera to one car, and then, like, if I go back on an onboard shot, it goes to a different car. I don't know why it does that, but, that corner right there on the right side where Crixie would have crashed. And there you go. There goes Denzo to the pits. Rick Dalton in the pits. Everyone coming into the pits. But one stays out, and that's Dan Murphy. Staying out on those hard tires. Well, obviously he has to. He can't go to the means just yet because they are way too soon for him. Anyone that's on the hards is going to get now as the top 10 now. Well, yeah, pretty much. Well, pretty much the majority of them, I should say. So, Dan Murphy now takes the lead of the race. Sam now takes second, but Denzo goes to third for that pit stop. Serious Mushroom also stayed out on those same hard tires. Rick Dalton pitted. Tango pitted for mediums. Interesting, so he's going to have to do another stop. Chazza pitted for mediums. Conal pitted for hard. Or, Chazza pitted for hard, sorry. Conal pitted for hard. Siege pitted for hard. Jay Bradfield pitted for mediums. But it does bring back... Yeah, I was actually going to mention, Nalzi does get back in this race, though, thanks to the safety car. So at least can catch up to the pack. Right, so different strategies being played here. Some drivers are opting to stop. Some are just opting to... A lot of them are obviously... majority are going to the end. Well, apart from the ones that didn't pit, apart from the other ones that pitted for mediums, they have to make another stop. I mean, yesterday when I was commentating League 1, we did see two safety cars. In very bizarre ways that happened. At least these guys are not having that kind of an issue, but Dalton's not even caring about his tires up. I haven't even seen him do one bit of that. He's doing the classic Kimmy, just not even caring about warming up the tires, just going all along with it. If you've seen the video from when Formula 1 posted about Kimmy doing his warm-up laps in Abu Dhabi, and he was just not even warming his tires, just going straight on the back straights, you'll probably know what I'm on about. Alright, so Crixie is out of the race, and then you got the top two have stayed out. Denzo is right behind him on the new set of hard, so obviously he's going to the end. Mushroom stayed out because he started on parts. Rick Dalton is going to the end. Tango has to stop again. Chazza will go to the end. Conal will go to the end as well. Siege will also go to the end. Jay Braff will have to make another stop. And then that's pretty much the same story for almost everyone. Except for Cowie also has to do the same. Marksky has to do a two-stop as well. And safety car is now coming in this lap. So now everyone's going to be bunched up and wait for the safety car to go back to its natural habitat of being in the pit lane. And there it goes, about to go away, and everyone's just trying to warm up those tires. to lead them out. Obviously, the whole story too, you cannot pass once you get to the control line. Once you get to the control line is when you can actually race. But Dan Murphy has the choice of when he wants to go, and the freedom to choose when he wants to. The freedom to choose when he wants to, obviously. And I think he's going now. So, green flag racing once again. Dan Murphy leads the race now from Sam Swift to Idenzo and Serious Mushroom, and also the racing boy Rick Dalton is down to fifth. And he's going to have a little work to do too. He's got Tango all over him too, on those medium tires. Remember that. And he's got him on the inside. Oh, they made contact! He spins him around. Oh, he spun him around at turn 2. Okay, I thought he was going to come back onto the racing line. Don't know if ghosting's on. I forget if it is or isn't. But Tango was going very desperate. Rick Dalton spins him around, and he drops all the way down from 4th down to nearly plumb lost. Not the restart that he would have won there either, too. And you can see there, everyone's starting to separate just a little bit there. Denzo looking to attack now on Sam Swift. And 2 racing points right now. Who were 2 and 3 at 1 point are now 5 and 6. Probably will be changing that story later on. There for Sam. Got that Alfa Romeo all over him too. Cowie, meanwhile, overtakes Pot Stuff into the hairpin, but he tries to cover him off. He does. For the time being, goes into 12th place. And Denzel looks like he's got the move done. Easily done on Sam. So he's gone up into 2nd. Now he's just got to deal with the Alpha Tower of Dan Murphy. He's starting to work his way off the field. Rick Dalton, he's going to have to try to get by that Mercedes as quickly as possible if he wants any chance of getting close to Idenzo. Shazza right now battling out with Conal, who's right behind him at the very moment, trying to hold him off as much as he can. We're at lap 11 of 28 of this race. Tango, meanwhile, battling out with Marvski. That is the wrong car, game. Thank you very much. Tango gets out of Marvski. I hate when that game does that. Where I go for an onboard shot and goes from one focusing on one car and goes to a different one for an onboard shot. It's so stupid. Rick Dalton all over the back of that Mercedes. He's got all the Euro disposals he's using. Serious Mushroom trying to defend. Is that Mercedes going to go? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that Racing Point going to do anything? No, he does not. He holds back for a little bit. Just for the time being. And DRS is now enabled, so pretty much now the whole point is you're 1 second with the car in front. Or car in front, then you can use the rear wing that's on the back of your car and obviously reduce the drag. Pretty much just once again a little bit more of a midfield scrap, like it wasn't enough any laps. And Rick Dalton has got to get by Serious Mushroom as quickly as possible. Hopefully he can catch up to Sam Swift and try to foul him out so he can catch up to Idenzo. So he seems to be the only one right now that can challenge him at least. Meanwhile, Cowie has got ahead of Nanda up to 11th place. Racing Point. He will have the DRS to his disposal. There you go. DRS will be now enabled there, so he can cross that white line. He has all the DRS to use at his disposal. gain on him. He's going to go for a move. Oh, he's going to lunge on the inside into the hairpin. He locks up. Oh, I think he does make the corner. He does get ahead of him as well. So there you go. Now the Racing Point is up into 4th place. Meanwhile, the gap is looking pretty steady at the moment between Dan Murphy and Denzo. Actually, no, Denzo's kind of closed up the gap a little bit now, too. Probably about a couple of tenths there, I think. Right, so now the next target for Rick is Sam Swift. That is now his next target acquired. Yeah, it looks like Mushroom just pitted for medium, so he's gonna opt to go to the end on those. Yeah, there you can see Denzo has closed that gap now to 1 second. Does he have enough to get DRS? He's under a second now. I think this will be the point. He's got, look at that. He's got all the ERS he can use in his disposal. Nearly 100% ERS. And here comes Rick Dalton. Now he's going to make the charge on Sam Swift with DRS down this back straight. I think this should be easy enough for him as well. Sam lets him by, it looks like. Meanwhile, the other Racing Point, Chazza, will also move ahead of him as well. Into 4th place. So the Racing Points are in a good spot now. But Denzo is closing in more on the AlphaTauri ahead of him. Let's see what happens now. I think this would be a point where Team Horse could come into play, but I think this might lean towards Rick Dalton unless Chazza has more pace in him. And maybe they might say otherwise. Meanwhile, Tango gets ahead of Sully, just ahead of the first corner. Yeah, you can see that gap's closed now. I think Dan might be slowly... Oh, hang on. What has happened? Oh, it's WMJP. He's had a little bit of an incident at the exit of turn 2. Nothing damaged, that's good news, but yeah, he's dropped all the way back to third to last, or second to last, I should say. Yeah, right now the gap between Denzo and Rick Dalton is 4.5 seconds, so yeah, Rick had lost a lot of time due to having getting by those 2 cars that didn't pit while they're on the hard. Here comes Denzo now with DRS down the back straight. He's got all of it to his disposal. He doesn't even lunge for it. He's just waiting and taking his time. Interesting. I think what he's doing is just using the DRS to gain more gap. I would just get it out of the way, mainly. Meanwhile, Dave Bradfield is gone. Oh, never mind. Wait, what happened to Sam? How did he drop back so quickly? I didn't even notice that. He's dropping more further down the field since he got overtaken by Rick. Dan has absolutely no ERS. Denzo has all the ERS to his disposal. That guy is definitely good in terms of ERS management. Definitely say that for sure. I mean, he also had very little work to do as well, since he didn't have to like push his way through the midfield. So far, so good. Pretty much in the moment. No sudden moves, but you could see a sudden move here in the back straight. Oh, that explains what happened. Okay. Anyway, there you go. That should be an easy overtake for Denzo. And he's lead before the hairpin. So Denzo retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. Now Rick has to get by that AlphaTauri as quickly as possible. Yes, apparently Sully hit Tango and he spun into Sweet MJP. So that was what happened there. Okay. And looks like Dan's giving up on those hard tires, and we'll go to the mediums to the end. And there you go. Onto the medium compound tires goes the AlphaTauri. They lose quite a few positions there too. Right, so now Rick has to catch Denzo by 4.4 seconds. He wants any sort of chance of at least battling him. But the way I've been seeing, those two are pretty identical in terms of pace. We'll see how that progresses through the race. Well, looks like, I mean, we still got cars close to each other, but they haven't really done anything to make certain moves just yet. Or at least in this part of the race yet, I should say. Here comes Siege. He's got DRS against Ko now, and he'll get all the disposal he needs ahead of that AlphaTauri, and the Haas moves up into 4th place. And there's Cowie as well, who was in the back of the field earlier. He is now up to 6th, but remember, he does have to make another stop. Jay Bradfield's same story also will have to make another pit stop. And Sam has come into the pits. He has given up on those hard tires and will switch on to those mediums and get them to the very end. It doesn't look like that gap is starting to close even between the top two, but we'll see how that goes. Excuse me. Right on the right order is Denzo, the 2 racing points of Dalton and Rick Dalton and Chaza. Siege in 4th, and then Conal in 5th. Cowie in 6th, Jake Rebel in 8th. 7th, excuse me. Nunda in 8th, Sean in 9th, and then Tango as your top 10 at the moment. We have about 12 more laps into this race of the Chinese Grand Prix. Denzo might have had that gap a little bit close, but Rick, oh, I see probably why. Rick used a lot of his ERS in that one point. So they noticed he gained at least a couple of tenths down that back straight. Probably because he was in the overtake. No sun moves just yet. Excuse me. Yeah, my throat's kind of been bugging me for a while, too. Sorry if I've been talking very low. I've been dealing with a little bit of cold lately. And also to note, too, the only ones that have penalties out of the group is Nalzi and Marsky. No one here has got penalties yet. Actually, I might as well look at the penalty situation while I'm at it. See what Denzo's doing. Denzo has obviously no warnings. Rick has 2 warnings. Chaza has 2 warnings as well. Siege has 2 warnings as well. Conal has none. Cowie has 2 warnings. Bradfield has 2. Nanda has 1. Tango has 1, and Sean has 2. So that's the story there for the top 10 in terms of the warning system. Frick has closed that gap now to 3.5 seconds, but has used a lot of his ERS to do that, and I'm pretty sure I think Denzo is fully aware of that. knowing he's wondering why that gap is closing more and more. And speaking of Denzo's teammate, a little midfield scrap between Siege and Conal. Jake Bradfield's behind him still. And also, oh, what's going on here? Oh, Marcy's got a pit lane. Oh, we got a car out there. Oh, Conal's lost the position. He's going to lose two of them, actually. Apparently he went wide somehow. Foxup's got a 3-second penalty. Looks like he went wide out of the turn 6 when I went off camera. So unfortunately he's lost the position. That's not really going to help him either if he's going to battle Siege. Because now he's going to have to deal with a driver that has worn mediums and will have to make another stop. That could possibly hold him up. Oh, Cowie. Oh my goodness. I thought he was going to lose the car there for a brief moment. That car was a little tail happy. Oh, he's like, oh, that was super close. Oh, he's just not quite close enough. Oh, spin! Conal! He's lost it! Out of the final corner. The man that was looking to be in a top 5 finish has spun the car and damaged his front wing. It would have been his highest finish as well, too. He would have finished in 5th. Oh, that's so unfortunate there for Conal. Just lost it out of the final corner. I think he just over-rotated the tires or something. Oh, jeez. That is so unfortunate. And then Dan Murphy, meanwhile, battling hot stuff. Wraps around the outside. Beautiful move there by the AlphaTauri. Obviously has the grip to get around that too, so he moves himself into the top 10 now. Yeah, just throws more and more between these two, Denzo and Rick, but Denzo has all the ERS he wants to use. He's just being patient, taking his time, fighting his time pretty much. Here comes Nando on the back straight, gonna get around Jay Bradfield towards the inside, making a lunge, locks up the brakes. I think he's got, oh, he pushes him off a little bit there. Jay Bradfield's letting him know he's not done yet. Oh, but he has to tuck back. I think Jay Bradfield might counterattack here with DRS. Does he have enough space to get him? No, not quite. Just has to stay back for the time being. And now into the pits goes Tango. What's happened to him? Did he have damage? No, he's going to another set. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot he went to a set of mediums. That's right. He went to the mediums stuff. My bad. Just kind of forgot about that. So he's going to the softs. Interesting call. Still only got just midfield scraps at the moment. Nalzi's starting to catch up to the hot stuff. So Tango's obviously going for the fastest lap, no question about that. Jake Bradfield will get DRS to get close to Nunda. But I doubt he'll make the move because he's not quite close enough to even do anything. 3 seconds separate Denzo and Rick Dalton. 5.7 seconds between him and his teammates. And now into the pits goes Cowie. Oh, he almost overshot the pit lane entry as well. There he goes into the pits and should be able to fit on what I presume will be the top tire. Conal also gets a 3-second penalty to add to his woes, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did forget about that. Tango did start on the main. Thanks for reminding me, Liam. Yeah, he did go on the mains to start off the race. You and me have soft. Well, I could say that wasn't a strategy, because he's all the way down to 15, but he also got spun by Rick Dalton up at the safety car restart. And Cowie gets Sam up into 12. Gas flows more between Rick Dalton and Mike Denzo, but you can see how much ERS is used. Denzo has used absolutely nothing. And Cowie's not got belly, and Rick has used almost a lot of his energy just to catch up to him. I think pretty much by the final lap, we should see Denzo just absolutely ripping in the dying stages of the race. Jake Breffels still staying out though, which is very interesting to see. I'm kind of curious about something, and actually I'll hold that thought for... Thanks, Codemaster, for the wrong camera angle again. I wanted to see what was going on between these two. I saw them going side by side, but I guess Dan Murphy got ahead of Sean, but... Tango gets the fastest lap of the race, there you go. So he's got that fastest lap to his name, but can't get the points unless he finishes in the top 10. I was going to say, I was wondering what the situation is with Jay's Breffels tires. Yeah, I can definitely see that they are pretty worn. Especially on the left groove on his tire. Now gets the fastest lap, who is down into plumb last out of the remaining cars. Kind of seems like everyone's kind of spread out a little bit now. Sean's got a 3-second time penalty there to his name, multiple warnings. So the majority of almost everyone that's got the penalties of just 3 seconds. What's up the weaving about? That's a very interesting defense. You don't really want to do that either. You can't really do that. Conell now adds another penalty to his name, so he's got the most penalties out of everyone in this grid so far. Meanwhile, DRS down the front straight. I think Alzi will get ahead of the Renault, and he does. Gets up into 9th place, the Red Bull. And the only thing that's happened so far that's kind of changed things up a little bit was the incident with Crooksey crashing out at turn 10 that caused the safety car. Conell had a big spin at the final turn a few laps ago that unfortunately should have been a top 5 finish for him, but unfortunately we'll have to settle for what looks like finishing down near the bottom of the field. Let me look at the positions gain. So he was getting, oh, look at Nowsy. How about that? Yeah, remember, he did start from last, I remember, I think. So he's gained 11 positions. Started from last up into 9th place. That's really good of him to do. Actually, what were the other ones that were massive? Cowsey's gained up 8 positions. He started from 19th on the grid. That's actually pretty good. Oops, sorry, don't need the stops. Already know that situation there. Alright, we've got at least 4 more laps into this race. Denzo is in the lead by 2.8 seconds. Chaza right now has somewhat of pressure between him and the Haas of Siege. But you can see that Chaza has all the ERS to his disposal. If they can keep this up, this could be a good result for Racing Point. Finishing in 2nd and 3rd would help him out on the constructor side of things. Again, why do you maybe go to the wrong camera angle? Jeez. I was trying to face back on the racing point and it goes straight to the Haas. So Siege will get the DRS to help him out. Right on board with him. And he's got the DRS to help him to his disposal, but he doesn't have that much DRS compared to Chazza. Not quite close enough. Oh, and Rick Dalton down got himself a penalty too. 3 seconds add to his name. So that's not going to be good news for him. Even if he was able to catch Denzo with that penalty, that would not be the case of him winning the race. Lap 26 of 28, and we've got 3 more laps left into the Grand Prix. I can agree with that. The last couple of comments. Jake was saying, have you ever commentated on 2 races at the same track, this different each other? League 1 madness incident packed, Premier League just being clean. Denzo's like Hamilton, pure dominance. Yeah, I probably can agree he's been like Lewis in a way. Becca saying the race it's been boring. Yeah, it hasn't. Like I say, China doesn't really provide that great of races. Or if you're in the commentary booth, if I'm honest. I mean, we got a battle for a podium at least, but I mean, Chazza has all the ERS that he can use whenever he wants. Rick is just trying everything he can just to catch up to Denzo, but Denzo has all the DRS he can use. I think Denzo has led... Let me think. I think he's led... I want to say 23 or 24 out of the 27 laps so far. He hasn't led every single lap, obviously, because Dan Murphy took the lead for a brief moment. Alright, so 27 out of 28 laps left. 2 more laps to go. Liam saying it would have been more interesting if Tanner didn't get a spin. I mean, he also had to pit as well. So he was going to end up near the back no matter what, based on the strategy. And then I think now is the time where Denzo is going to use up all of his ERS so he can get that fastest lap. The way it looks, and there you go. He is using all that overtake as we start the final lap of the Chinese Grand Prix. Chazza trying to hold off Siege as much as he possibly can. He's got everything to use to his disposal, but same story with Siege. He's almost got the same amount. Not as much as Chazza, but we could see a battle for the podium at the end of the race. Now, pretty much. Denzo, 2.9 seconds compared to what it was earlier at the start of the lap, which was 2.3, but obviously it's because he's been using all that overtake that he can use into his disposal. See, we'll have the DRS to help him out. I think Chazza has 2 warnings if I'm not mistaken, so we'll see what the last bit of the race goes. Oh, that's a bit squirrely there for Chazza. He had to overtake on while he was at the right-hander. Here comes Siege. Is he going to get him here? No, he will not. But Denzo about to cross the line and win the Chinese Grand Prix. Rick Dalton comes home in second, but we'll go back to the battle for the podium. Chazza trying to hold him off, and he will be able to hold him off. So Chazza will take home third place. It's a 2-3 finish for Racing Point. Siege will come home in fourth. Nunda comes home in fifth, and Dan Murphy comes home in sixth place. Followed by Jay Bradfield. And Sean Nalsey putzed up. Will also defend the penalties too. Tango will jump pot stuff into the top 10, and Nalsey crashes out. But good finish from him as well. Starting from dead last, finishes in 9th place. Definitely driver of the day, I say in my books. Serious Mushroom finishes in 13th. Cowie actually finishes in 12th. I didn't mention that. Sam Swift in 14th. MVP will finish 15th. Marfsky 16th. Jay Story 17th. Konal, who could have finished top 5, will unfortunately have to sell for 18th place. And Lone Solly will finish in 19th. And also, this is Chaz's very first podium as well, so that's definitely something he definitely needed as well. His best finish before was 6th place back in Vietnam. Rick Dalton will get his 4th podium of the season, his second place finish of the season. There you go. Yep, I figured that's what it would be. Driver of the day, Nalsey, but well deserved. But there you go. There's your race winner there of Denzo, once again winning his 5th race out of the 6 races so far. A truly dominant performance once again from the Alfa Romeo driver. And a follow with the 2 pink boys on the other steps of the podium. And there is your race results there, ladies and gentlemen. Denzo finishes in 1st, Rick Dalton in 2nd, Chazza in 3rd, Siege will finish in 4th place, and for the first time goes outside the podium since France, and had 2 out of 3 podiums in the last 2 races. Unfortunately, will have to finish in 4th. Nunda will finish in 5th place, a good result from the McLaren. Dan Murphy will finish in 6th, Jay Bradfield in 7th, Sean in 8th, Nalsey in 9th, Tango in 10th, Hot Stuff in 11th, Cowie in 12th, Serious Mushroom in 13th, Sam Swift in 14th, Sweet MJP in 15th, Marfsky in 16th, Jay Story in 17th, Konal in 18th, Bull Sully in 19th, and Crooksey rounds off the rest of the grid. But that is it. That has been the Chinese Grand Prix. And next week, we will be heading to Canada for the Canadian Grand Prix. So be sure to tune in for that next week for League One Championship and Premier League action right here on Weekend Night Racing. If you like this stream, be sure to give it a like. And also, if you also like this channel's content, be sure to subscribe to Weekend Night Racing. My name is KD1997. I shall be back next week for League One action, but I think the Premier League I will be back as well. But this time I'll be back on the track, probably not back in the commentary box. We'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, take care, everyone, and have a great rest of your night.